Let's dive into a comparison of India and South Korea in 2050. India is projected to have a massive 1.67 billion people by 2050, while South Korea is looking at just 45 million. India's sheer size wins here, no contest, as its population peaks while South Korea's shrinks due to a low birth rate. India's economy is expected to hit $30 trillion, dwarfing South Korea's $2.5 trillion. India's growth, around 6 to 7% annually, gives it a clear edge over South Korea's slower 1 to 2%. India takes this one. In purchasing power parity, India's at $44 trillion, way ahead of South Korea's $3.5 trillion. Again, India's scale makes it the winner here. Now, South Korea flips the script. With $55,000 per person compared to India's $21,000, South Korea's advanced economy means its people, on average, are wealthier. South Korea wins this metric. India's got 3.28 million square kilometers, while South Korea's at just 100,000. No surprise, India's vast territory gives it the win. India's at 1.29 births per woman, better than South Korea's super low 0.82. India wins, as South Korea's aging population faces a bigger challenge. South Korea shines here with 88 years, compared to India's 78. Their advanced healthcare system gives South Korea the edge. South Korea's at 86% urbanized, nearly maxed out, while India's at 50%. South Korea's compact, urban society takes this one. India's projected to have 1.5 million active troops, way more than South Korea's 450,000. India's massive manpower wins. India's spending $125 billion on defense, compared to South Korea's $50 billion. India's bigger economy fuels a bigger budget, so India wins. India's Air Force is expected to field 1,500 aircraft, outnumbering South Korea's 800. India's scale gives it the edge, though South Korea's tech is top-notch. India's got 4,000 tanks, compared to South Korea's 2,600. India's larger army takes this one. India's navy is projected at 200 ships, slightly ahead of South Korea's 150. India's focus on a blue water navy gives it the win. India has around 200 nuclear warheads, South Korea has none. India's the clear winner here. South Korea's at 0.95, near the top, while India's at a solid but lower 0.82. South Korea's high living standards take this. India's likely to rank second or third globally, while South Korea's around fifth or sixth. India's rising power projection wins. India's using 120 quad BTU of energy, massive compared to South Korea's 14. India's growing demand gives it the win. India's got 1.6 billion internet users, while South Korea's at 50 million. India's scale dominates, even though South Korea's nearly universal. This one's tricky. India's at 4.5 gigatons, South Korea's at 0.3. Lower emissions are better, so South Korea wins, thanks to its efficiency, despite India's larger scale. India's at 43% renewable energy, ahead of South Korea's 33%. India's massive solar and wind push gives it the edge. South Korea spends 10% of GDP on healthcare, far more than India's 3.5%. South Korea's advanced system wins here.